All right, let's talk more now about Intel and bring in King Lip of BakerAvenue Wealth Management. He is an Intel shareholder. King, welcome. What do you make of that report as a shareholder?
Hi, Brian. Yeah, happy Friday. Yeah, we have a small Intel position. Our initial thought was the AI chips that the company would have would be look attractive relative in terms of an open platform relative to NVIDIA's chips. That being said, the company is stuck between a rock and a hard place. The company's running out of options. The costs are ballooning while revenue is falling. We think there's still a lot of value embedded in the company. So a breakup of the company honestly makes sense to us. Innovation has been lacking at the company. So if the company is smaller, it could sort of invigorate whatever's left of the company after a split up.
It really is a story. When you look at Intel, and those of us of a certain age remember when Intel was one of the biggest and arguably most important and most covered and most coveted companies in the world, a lot of good people at the company. It's really, they missed it. So somewhere along the line, they made some strategic mistakes that have just wiped out a lot of shareholders, or at least cost them a lot of money. King, why are you taking, I know it's a small position, why are you taking a shot on Intel?
Just because, we do believe the parts of the company are actually worth more than the whole, if you would. For example, the foundry business actually makes sense to us from a geopolitical reason, not having all chips manufactured overseas. Now, that's a little bit of an about face if the company spins off its foundry business. But I think part of the reason why it's run into some issues is it's really had a handful of customers. And I think the reason for that is, competitors are looking at Intel and say, do we really want a competitor manufacturing our chips? So a spin-off of the foundry business actually makes sense. Maybe the company will retain a stake if there's a restructuring, where it would actually allow it to be more competitive relative to its competitors. And I would agree with you. I've been long enough to know that at one time, Intel could have crushed AMD at any time, and now AMD's 2 times greater than Intel.
Amazing. And I'm not going to bring the dirty world of politics into this, King, but I'm going to bring the dirty world of politics into this because Intel's been a huge beneficiary of what they call the CHIPS Act, right? It's received billions, or will receive billions in taxpayer dollars to help build this out, an Ohio factory, et cetera. And I'm not bringing it up for political reasons. I'm bringing it up because you do wonder if there is a little bit of a taxpayer put, for lack of a better term, on Intel, meaning the government has sort of singled out Intel in a good way to receive money. And you wonder if there is a little bit, there's no way the federal government wants Intel to have any more problems. And as a stockholder, you kind of wonder, if the federal government has a company's back, so to speak, does that mean I should, have the company's back as well? I think you see what I'm getting at.
I do, and I think there are political reasons, there are financial reasons that Intel can come out of this. I think the timing is just really bad for them. I mean, the earnings report recently was dismal. But as I mentioned, there's a lot of reasons why the company can come out of this ahead. If you look at this year's earnings, it's awful. But looking into 2025, actually, the company's prospects look a lot better. But they really need a bridge to transition to 2025. And as you mentioned, there's federal tailwinds, and if the company can get over this tough spot here, I think the company will be fine.